Day 50!
Oh, it's the 50 today. We're going to do something special, weren't we?
I'm making ice cream.
I'm drinking wine.
Ice cream.
It's, what time is it? It's 9:30 Sunday
Sunday.
evening. We've just watched our glorious leader give us the latest update on what's going to change. And we were full of...
I've got something to say.
Oh,
Mana, mana. Mana, mana.
you've gone mad.
If you know, you know.
Okay.
Comment below if you know.
Maybe do both. Anyway,
Oh yeah, people will know. Do you not know what their reference is?
no.
The Muppets. Mana, mana. Do, 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 do. Mana,
No,
mana.
it doesn't
Do,
go
do,
banana.
do,
It's
do.
banana. It's a good
Mana,
kind of
mana.
scale.
Da,
It's
do, do, do,
you have to
do.
sing.
Mana, mana.
If you're a musical, you'd know. Anyway. Anyway, so we watched Boris Johnson, obviously, making a mess. That's quite funny. And we were expecting, we didn't know what to expect because the press had been saying all this, that, and the other. So we're kind of like,
Which is
oh,
Australian,
it's gonna
it's
upset
nice.
things. And he started off all kind of, we're not there yet. We'll do this, we'll do that.
I genuinely thought it was going to go
And
lockdown
then
for
he
3 more
announces,
weeks. I was
as
going to be
far
like,
as-
yay!
As far as we're concerned, the most utterly mental thing that we're going to, when we open the schools in the 1st of June, possibly.
Earliest.
If possible, but to be fair, it might not happen.
Can you stop
but
coughing over my
I'm just
microphone?
happy
Thanks.
eating, so I'm a bit like, just, you know. With reception in year 1 and year 6. Year 6, I can kind of understand it as much as they want to say goodbye to their school, but their school won't even be there, that, you know, with their teacher. Well, we'll see each other and say goodbye, even though they'll end up getting the same senior school, seeing each other again.
But also-
anyway. And we can do that any time in the future, have a party.
can't actually touch each other, get close to each other, do any of the
No, they
things
can't have
that...
each other's signs on the shirt, can they?
No.
And yeah, they have their leavers parties and stuff, but you can do that. You could do that later.
So can't do leavers party, can't do residentials, can't do school play, can't
All
do
the things
sports
that they
day.
want to do. And the thing is, at year 6 generally, they don't do a lot in summer term education-wise. I think there's a single school.
Well, after
They do the Salmon do SATs, don't they?
SATs,
They don't really do a lot in education-wise.
but like my school play's already cancelled. You know,
Yeah, no one's rehearsed it since...
well, it's not even that,
February.
we can't sing in public.
Oh no, you can't sing either, yeah.
So, what's the point?
And the audience couldn't come and
I
watch
mean,
it.
I know, sorry, not what's the point of going back to education because you can't do a play. I don't mean that, but
All
that's
the
just,
things
obviously,
that's what
I
year 6
know.
is. Specific to year 6, though,
But
isn't
that's what I know. So our year 6s at my school, we're a private school, so it's slightly different. But my year 6s, they do, so we come back after the May bank holiday, so the week we've just had, they were meant to win the residential, which obviously hasn't happened. I meant to go to France, lovely. So that's now obviously not happened. They come back after half term. We've got 5 weeks of term left because we finished a bit earlier. We're a bit luckier. And we should have had, I'm just thinking through the calendar in my head, should have had one like normal week. And then we would have had 1 week where we would have ramped up the play rehearsals.
Yeah.
And the whole of Key Stage 2, year 3, 4, 5 and 6, would have spent Tuesday, Wednesday and most of Thursday rehearsing the play the following week. So we're now the week of the 15th of June.
Rehearsals and dress rehearsals,
Yeah.
and technical rehearsals, all that stuff.
Up to this time before, there would have been assessments, there would have been a swimming gala, there would have been house events and stuff.
then you
Obviously
go-
there would have been learning going on. Of course there would have been
Yeah,
learning
but
going on,
less
but
pressure
like
than-
because the assessments have happened and because reports are being written and stuff, it's like consolidation work, prepping stuff for the next school year, but just kind of like doing all the stuff you haven't got time to do the rest of the school year. So like thinking about fun projects and stuff
But
like
it's
that.
a very light term, isn't it? Then you've got things like...
So year 6, then they would also
sports
do,
days
there'd be sports day,
some-
you
and
have
prize
sports day
givings and
rehearsals and kind of like every PE lesson is like doing times for sports day, and then like food tech, which we have in our school, year 6 is like prepare a picnic that they're going to do. Then there's all sorts of preparation for school fairs.
Oh yeah, school fairs.
We have a lot of preparation for prize giving in our school. We have that in the last week of term. So genuinely,
But even
I mean,
in,
and
other schools-
some parents, some schools might go, oh, well, that's not learning. Of course, all of that stuff is amazing learning because it's the music
Life
and the
skills.
drama and the life skills and all those extra things that, you know, once you've taught the maths and the English curriculum for the year, you can kind of go, right, well, that's great. We've done all that amazing hard work. Now's the time to think about all the other things that education is. And I mean, I'm sure it's the same in state schools, even though they might not admit it because the government wouldn't let them admit it. But that's what it
Yeah,
should
they
be.
don't do quite as many various things, but they do other things, don't they? And stuff, more trips out and stuff in the summer. So yeah, anyway, the idea of I have to laugh, don't it? That year reception and year one should be going back to. I mean, they are the least important years of your. You could basically not start school till year 2 and do everything you need to know. And lots of schools
Reception children, you don't have to legally start school until you are, until the term after you turn 5.
Yeah.
So I'm a
June
June baby, right? I'm a June baby.
Reception at all then.
I didn't do reception at all because I actually started reception in the September after.
Explains a lot, but
Right.
joking.
Wrong.
Yeah.
After I turned 5, and I did reception year 1 combined as a whole year.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm quite an intelligent
most
human being,
schools,
so it's all good.
America and Europe, for example, don't have a reception class, do they?
So, but the point I'm trying to say is that we've got children who might be going back to school who legally don't even need to go to school.
Yeah, that's right. So clearly the only reason is nothing to do with education, not that they're going to miss out on their GCSE results. Good grief, that's absolutely ridiculous. It's purely for childminding.
We've
So
gone
that's
on
great.
6 minutes and my ice cream is melting, so
Yeah. Anyway, so we're pretty surprised about that, the idea of them. I mean, older years, perhaps they can get in more stuff and face-to-faces, catch up with things.
basically,
But
government said-
reception year 1, what?
the government has basically said, nothing's changing. Oh, but go back to work tomorrow if you can safely do so and you're working.
Because obviously, overnight, all the businesses are going to have sorted everything out, aren't they?
Yeah. Plus no guidelines have been put
You
out.
can go on a golf course.
But also you can go and play golf
Yeah,
or tennis. You can go sunbathe. You can go sit on a bench. If you sit on a bench, someone else might have sat on a bench with coronavirus.
Or something, or spray and you sit down, because literally you
I
get
mean,
up, you could have
honestly,
it, sit there, someone else
For
sits
me,
down,
I'm going to
it's
sit and just
straight
do the
away.
same as I've been doing, which is
Yeah.
in my house.
We officially
Might go see
advise
those
you-
swans. Should we go see those swans?
Advise you to do the same though, stay indoors. Don't go out and sunbathe and do not sit on park benches at the moment.
But-
Definitely not.
If you want to go and sit on a park bench, go and sit on a park bench.
Yeah, but-
Because it might stop the schools going back on the 1st of June, so hey.
Well, yeah, because if that R number, the magic R number goes up again, which it definitely will.
And in Germany it's gone up.
Already they have, and they've had very tight things and restrictions.
I'm really watching Germany.
Yeah, they're test case for us, aren't they? But there we go. Anyway, that's the wind. The wind's going to blow our conservatory off. Very windy, bizarre. After such a lovely day yesterday, it's been very windy and miserable today. Never mind, you all know that.
See you tomorrow. To be continued.